guys. I'm talking about 5 ways to make your transmission last longer. Basically, my main thing is I like to change the transmission fluid. You can either use Honda or Acura, regular automatic transmission fluid, or whatever your brand or company uses for your vehicle. So with me, I always use either Acura transmission fluid or Honda OEM transmission fluid, either for my Acura TL. This is what I use. I make sure I change the fluid every, I think every 30,000 miles you replace your transmission fluid. But depending on how hard you drive the car, like say if you race it or you were always speeding all over the place, then I'd replace it like every 20,000 miles. Just replace the transmission fluid. It'll make your transmission shift better. For a lot of people that said that replacing your transmission fluid is bad, I don't think it's ever been bad, because I've changed transmission fluid on TLs with 190,000 miles and it was shifting bad, and they're on like 220, 230,000 miles. Even some that were like a 170 and they're still running strong because all the routine maintenance was done. They came to me, they told me they want their transmission to last, so I did all the routine maintenance and some other things also. That's what I'm going to talk about in this video, to make your transmission last longer and shift good after all these years. Because I actually had a TL that came through a couple days ago, and he actually had an oil cooler installed on his transmission, so there was no way to install new transmission fluid. He bought the car from someone just like that, and he said the transmission shifted like crap. It really wasn't too great. The shifts were harsh, but after I changed the transmission fluid and replaced the pressure switches on the side of the transmission, his transmission was shifting great. He said the drive home was awesome. It was great. Okay, so this was one. My next one is, like I was just talking about, transmission pressure switches. Okay, these are the transmission. They have this one is a black one, and then there's a cream one. This is for the 04 to 06 TLs. They have these pressure switches on the side of the transmission that helps with shifting of the gears, with telling the gears when to shift at a correct time. It's the 3rd and 4th gear pressure switch. That's what these are. This one only has, the 04 to 06 only has one on the side, well, 2 on the side. There's 1 3rd, 4th, 1 gear and 1 4th gear. And then the 07 through I think it's a 07 through 11, they have one of these which sits down on the bottom here in the front, and then they have 2 cream ones, one that sits on top of the transmission and one behind the transmission. So they have 3 pressure switches on the 07 to 11 TLs. Okay. The next one is the transmission filter. If you guys seen my other videos, it shows you how to replace the transmission filter, but it's not for the 07 to 08 TLs and up. It's for the 04 to 06 TLs. It's a housing here. It's the oil cooler housing down here. There's a filter down there that replaces it. I'll just put a link in the description up top showing you guys how to replace the transmission filter. That's for the 04 to 06 TLs. That's for the people with the 04 to 06 TLs, the Acuras. Alright, so now we're on to the shift solenoid. Now also it's a solenoid here, shift solenoid. I have a video up for that too. I'm going to link that in the description. It's called a shift solenoid. I'll link it up top, put a picture up top or something for you guys. With the shift solenoid, it helps with the transmission shifting. Very expensive. I'm gonna put the link for the video up top. It basically helps with the gears of the shifting and everything, and it's a solenoid, so it does what it's supposed to do. Okay, just clean the shift solenoid and the little pads in between and stuff like that. They have like little meshes inside that gets clogged inside the shift solenoid, that gets clogged and causes harsh shifting for the car. So make sure you clean that out and you should be good to go. Also make sure your vehicle has enough transmission fluid. There's a transmission dipstick right here, and you can check your level of transmission fluid. Okay, it has to be between you see the two dots? It has to be between those two dots, the upper and lower dot. It has to be between those. So what you do is you start the car, you run it until the engine warms up, then you put the dipstick in. Well, you take the dipstick out, you wipe it, then put it back in, and then check the oil level. And it should be between the two lines. And then you just put the dipstick back in. That's it, you're good to go. Those are my 5 things that I would do on your transmission to make it last longer. Mine's have been great. I've had no issues with mine. I drive it regularly, well, not every day, but here and there, and I've had 0 issues with mine. Just keep up with the maintenance and change the transmission fluid, and you'll be good to go. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.